You know, going into daily driving, a candy bar cell phone, being a person who loves foldable cell phones, I mean, to a point where you might say I'm kind of obsessed with them. You know, just a tad bit. Some people, this isn't even foldable. This is a wing, which I still love this phone, by the way. Little side note, though, I still love that phone so much, the wing phone. Google Pixel Fold. What else do I have down here in my box of goodies? A Surface Duo 1. Okay. What else do I have? I have a Surface Duo 2. Yeah, I think you're getting the point that I love foldable, flippable phones. They're kind of my cup of tea. Now we got the flippable phone. So when I went to more of a prototypical flagship, I wouldn't say flagship, more budgety candy bar cell phone, I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, right? Because I do love the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is the only iPhone I own, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I was like, even though I love that phone, I still use my LG Wing more as my daily driver. I still use my Google Pixel Fold more, or my Z Fold 5 more than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So I was like, alright, we're going to get a budget phone, $400 by the way. You can get this even cheaper online. And we'll see how I like it. Well, I love it. Absolutely love it. So, guys did not see my unboxing video, make sure you check it out. But pretty much what I did was I picked this phone up, right? $400 from Best Buy, brand new. I got a 1 terabyte storage card for this card, SD card. Because this is the last, technically, this is the newest Samsung phone that has expandable storage. I listed on the screen right now of all the expandable phone storage options you can get currently available. But this is the newest one available. This is the, brand spanking new March of 2023 phone you can get. And normally, you have to sacrifice some things when it comes to budget phones. Like, you're going to spend $400 on the phone, not $1,200. What are you sacrificing between these two phones? And really, there's not much. Again, like I said, wireless charging, is that a huge deal? My opinion, no. You are, not having as great of cameras as you can. This still has beautiful cameras, but it's not as great. You don't have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor in here. You're not going to have, that up echelon build quality, although I love the build quality. You have glass front, glass back, aluminum body. You're not going to get titanium. You're not going to get stainless steel. But really, there's nothing else you're sacrificing. And even though, yes, it's not the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, it's still a plenty fast chip in here. 120 Hz display, 5000 milliamp battery, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and pretty much everything you could ever want. Gets the most updated iOS firmware, most updated Android firmware, and yeah. So, having as my daily driver, I don't like candy bar cell phones, but it's actually so nice. I don't know, it's just it's so nice to own. And again, 6.4 inch display. I'm used to the 6.7 inch display of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So I feel like it's just a perfect level of display for your finger to kind of go around the whole entire screen. Now, one thing I do not like about this, and it's just my cup of tea, is that punch hole camera right there. It's always there. So, a lot of times, don't get me wrong, I mean, on most phones it's there, but like on the iPhone, it's there, but you can't see it. And obviously, the iPhone has the, the island, but you can't see the camera. And a lot of phones, you can't. I mean, if you go to even the flippable phones I have right now on me, okay, never mind. That is a Surface Duo 1. It has a camera, but it's only inside. This phone, the Wing has it as a little add-on feature, which it zooms up, and it's like a mechanical thing. But let's go to, for example, okay, so look at this phone right here. This is a Z Fold 5. You can see the camera right there if you really look at it, but it's not as pronounced. Does that make sense? Like, you can see the camera on this phone. You really can't see the camera on this phone, which that's the only negative I could say about this phone. It's just that the camera is so pronounced and out there, and it kind of when I look at it, I'm like, ugh, that's kind of nasty. But other than that, there's nothing else. And like same thing with this. So good example here is this phone too, the Google Pixel Fold. You guys can see, okay, let me not open up the camera here. You can see the camera on this one, but not this. I mean, sorry, on this one, but not this one as much. So again, like I said, it's a small nitpick, but other than that, this phone is perfect. I mean, it's plenty fast. It can do everything I need to do. The battery is insane. Standby time for this phone, if you don't use it for a day, or let's say a day, but if you don't use it for a couple hours, you might lose 1% battery. Maybe. If you're, like, very unlucky. This phone, if I leave it for a couple hours, I'll probably lose 5% battery. Nothing too crazy. The Wing, if I lose it, or if I don't go for it for a couple hours, this thing is dropping 15% battery, guaranteed. So it's like, the battery on this, the optimization of the battery, plus all the other features, it makes this phone perfect. And again, $400, I can't stress that enough because I know you might say, well, you keep mentioning the price. The price is very important to this. Because if this phone was $1,200, I wouldn't be as amped or proactive toward this phone. I'd be like, this is great, but man, come on. You know, you need to look at the other facts too. When you could put 1 terabyte of storage in this phone, you can get a terabyte of storage for $150, even less than that if you get sales. Plus $400, and if you get, that's brand new at Best Buy. You get this on the secondhand market, eBay, Mercari, whatever. There are people selling this phone for $350, $300. You can get the whole package for $450 or less, and you have a terabyte of storage. Tell me what phone out there that is not this phone that you can get a terabyte of storage, have the same exact RAM amount of this phone, 5,000 mAh battery, 120 Hz frontal display panel, and a very good processing unit for less than $450. You cannot find that anywhere else. That's why this phone is so amazing for a budget type phone, is because you can't find that. The closest competitor to this phone is the Galaxy S23. And even then, again, it has its downsides. It's not going to give you a, expandable storage up to 1 terabyte. This is truly a hit home run by Samsung with this phone. And for someone who doesn't like candy bar cell phones much, I gotta give them credit where credit is due. It's a great phone for the price tag. It really is. So if you're looking for a budget phone, not a bad idea. Really not. I'll see you guys next one.